Hello and welcome. My name's Kathy A, and today I thought I would do my July faves and flops. Yes, it is already pretty much that time, and I've got a lot of exciting things coming up, so I thought I'd get this done just a teeny bit early. I'm going to dive right into this. Have you ever struggled getting the plastic wrap off of the roll in the kitchen? I'm going to start off with my kitchen stuff. This is a plastic and foil dispenser. Basically, it's kind of neat. You pull open the end, and you can see you've got a roll here. You just put your roll in here and thread it right through here. You only have to do it once because it holds it in place. And I want to show you this. You take this corner thing and it cuts it right off. And it keeps it there. And then with the plastic one, right there, easy peasy. It's amazing. Amazing. Now these come as singles, they come in just singles if you just want it for the plastic wrap, because that's the one I grapple with all the time. It's always getting in on itself and I can never get the roll down. But you can see right here, it holds it for you, so the next time you just pull it down, pull this right across, and it is cut for you. They have the single ones, the double ones, they have triple ones too, and they show like wax paper, but I don't use those two things very much, wax paper or parchment paper, so I have just plastic wrap and foil because I do use foil and plastic wrap a lot. So I think it's a great thing, and these little doodads here, doodads, these two little doodads on the end will cut in either direction. So this is a great, I think it's called a plastic wrap dispenser. I'll link it below. But it actually has wall mounts on it. I can show you that part here, but you can just mount it on the wall. It's so easy to use, and it has made my life so much simpler because I always take things into work and I need to get the plastic wrap over the top of it. And by the time I struggle with it, I wind up with 3 pieces that are kind of gnarly on top of something, and this just eliminated that completely. It's a great piece of work here. My fail for the month was ironically at work. I learned the hard way that you do not take your lip pencil and your eye pencil and try to sharpen them with your work electric pencil sharpener. You know, I was sharpening my pencils at work because we use a lot of, we do a lot of things in pencil when we erase it, and for burials and plots and things like that, and monuments pending and things. When they come in, we have to fill them in. Anyway, I thought, oh, that's an electric pencil sharpener. Why don't I just try my eye pencil and my lip pencil to see if it works, and if it does, I'll bring all of them in and do them. Okay, quick film. It jammed it. It jammed it because your eye pencils and lip pencils aren't made out of the same stuff. And they're softer, so they will not get a point. They mush up on the end and they jam the electric pencil sharpener. And that was like really awkward for me to explain to my boss why the electric pencil sharpener wasn't working. Got in exchange at Beautylish the Jouer Essential High Coverage Cream Foundation and I got an eye palette, and then they gave me a free gift of the Skinny Dip highlighter. So those 3 items, first of all, online you cannot tell what shade the Jouer is, and I obviously got the wrong shade. I was so embarrassed. That was just awful. There's a little goes a long way. It gives you really good coverage. If this was the right color, I think I would like this. I turned the Wayne Goss foundation for it, so I felt kind of bad, you know, because they had sent it out and the color was just so off. I mean, you cannot tell from the pictures on the Beautylish website what shade it is, but I thought the coverage was wonderful. It lasted all day, and had it been the right shade, I'd be really, really happy with this. And that's the Jouer, the Essential High Coverage Cream Foundation. It covered, it did not sink into the pores or lines. It was really a nice little foundation. I actually may get a different shade in this and give it another try. When I got the Skinny Dip as the free gift, it arrived smashed. It was all in, there was powder everywhere, it was smashed, so I just wrote to them and I said, no, it was a free gift, just so you know, it was smashed. They sent me a new one, and it was a free gift, and they sent me a new one. God bless them. And this is a beautiful, beautiful highlighter. I don't know if you can see it there. It's very bright. Let me just put a little on there. It's very golden and bright. I would say if you were a medium skin tone to dark skin tone, you would really like this. Really fair shades. If you're self-tanning, something like that, you may like it. But this is the Jouer Skinny Dip Powder Highlighter. Now also, in order to get that freebie, I had to order something else from Jouer, and I got the Essential Matte and Shimmer Eye Palette, and I'm really impressed with this. This is the Jouer. It looks like good basic matte shades. Let me hide behind here so it'll show up. It really wasn't a good crease color in here, but outside of that, it had, you know, yellow, pink, and white highlighters. It had some shimmer here. There's shimmer here, shimmer here, shimmer here, and then this beautiful shimmer, which I used underneath my eye, which did a really good job under the eye. Really, really nice palette. I was really surprised, and I was relieved because, you know, I didn't want to have to send anything else back, and I have now forgiven Beautylish for the sucky bag in January that I received. I really like this Jouer Essential Matte and Shimmer Eyeshadow Palette, and these are the colors. I really like this. This was a really good investment piece. Now, I'm a big Amazon shopper. I don't know if you know that, but I love to get things, and this was all over Amazon as being like a super duper. It's called the Moisture Cushion CC from Shaffel. Shaffel is the name of the company. And for, I think it was like $9 or something, you get this cushion foundation. I don't know if I'm supposed to leave this on or not. And you get this applicator. So if you press it down, it makes this little thing. And I'll just show you. It's okay. It has a strong scent to it. I have smelled this before in another foundation. I don't know where I smelled it before, but I have definitely smelled this before in another, and I don't know if it was a cheap one or an expensive one. This little dabber here is kind of like a sponge applicator, but I actually preferred putting this on with a different method. It was a different sponge. So let me just, when you put this on, it actually makes the impression that's this little star impression on your face, but the smell is so strong I can't handle it, and it did dissipate a little bit, but I don't understand why it got so many high ratings, because to me it really wasn't all that great. So it is called the Shaffel Moisture Cushion Foundation. This is number 2 natural color. I also did not see a lot of dark shades in this, and I don't like to promote anything that isn't inclusive, but maybe it was just the grouping that I saw was only for fish belly white girls up to medium skin tone. So, but it's kind of it's a nice packaging. It's a nice formulation. I like that they gave you their own kind of, even though it's weird, their own little thing here to apply it with. It was kind of a fail for me, and I think because of the strong scent, I still don't understand why companies add such a strong scent to their products. I watch Caroline Barnes, who is a really well-known celebrity makeup artist, and she has a channel out of the UK, really pleasant personality. I really enjoy watching her. And she did Pixie's, Pixie Lee, is that her name? She's a singer. She did her wedding makeup, and she used this because Givenchy was sponsoring the wedding. Can you imagine having a makeup company sponsor your wedding? Anyway, Pixie was marrying this other guy. I think he's also a musician. Anyway, Caroline did her makeup. I'm not sure she was all that happy with it, actually, honestly. And anyway, Caroline recreated the makeup she did on Pixie on herself using the Givenchy makeup that was provided to her. And this was the lip color, and it's called Nude Rose. And this is the Le Rouge Deep Velvet series, which is a beautiful, look at this case. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely beautiful. I mean, it feels very luxurious. And the color I thought was going to be really pretty. It's a little dark for me. It's a matte shade too. So I just want to, I have like slightly natural lighting today, so I'm trying not to look into the viewfinder. So I'm not sure. I'm really torn on this because I did use like my Maybelline Lifter Gloss in Sun over the top. And I thought it helped it a lot, you know, made it look really pretty. But it's awfully expensive. It's like $34. And I don't, honestly, I don't know. I don't know. Do you think it's worth $34? It didn't really last either, and it did smear off on my mask. So I'm a little disappointed in this. So I don't know. The jury's out. I'm not sure what to do. I got to make a decision quickly. I know I'm totally a huge fan of Hindash. He is a Middle Eastern guy who was a street artist, and he gravitated over into the makeup world. He painted beautiful women in detail on the street and did street paintings and did art gallery showings, and then he merged into makeup, and he has developed his own little makeup line. He had 2 eye palettes that came out, an eyeliner, a kind of a brownish creamy eyeliner, and he had this which he called Boy Tears, and it is a let's see if I can show you. Boy Tears it's called. Yeah, I think you can see it a little better there. It's full of glitter, and I personally it didn't really look that good on me, and it settles in, it's just micro glitter in there. I don't think the quality of the makeup is as good as it should be for him, quite frankly. And you know, and I pushed that first palette, the matte palette that he had, because I thought, well, you know, this has got a lot of really good potential here. You can use it to make just about anything. But I don't enjoy using it as much. I don't know if it's just because I'm so used to having the little squares all, you know, sorted out for me, and these are not little squares all sorted out. These are different things kind of merged in together in an ombre sort of fashion, and I'm just not used to doing it. I don't know. It's definitely a user error thing. But this, the Boy Tears, you're supposed to be able to use it as an eye topper, as a, let me just use it as the eye topper. As a highlighter. I am not doing the tip of the nose, I hate that. But I will do the Cupid's bow. Woo! Hello. It dries down to micro glitter, and I just can't. Yeah. And you know, I'm attending school right now. I've gone back. I'm taking some classes right now, and they are makeup classes. So I'm really learning an awful lot in that industry, and this just isn't doing it for me. Not at all. All right, I had a huge disappointment, and it's a shock to me because I loved the number 9 so much. I got the number 8 because this is Pat McGrath's Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. Beautiful packaging, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous packaging. And it comes out very expensive. Number 9 was a little dark, and it made my skin look beautiful. And once I, you know, sheared it all out, I had to take it all the way down into the décolleté because it was like 2 shades darker than my skin tone. It's like the old days, you know, when you used to put dark makeup on thinking it made you look like you had a tan. It just made you look like you had orange dark makeup on. This is number 8, which is my skin color, but I didn't like the formulation. And I don't know if it's because it was sitting in the heat in the mailbox and it curdled. I don't know, something's not right. Something didn't work here with it this time. So I'm gonna say it was a fail for me in my own skin tone. I liked it in the darker shade. But in my own skin tone, what happened is it got all the pores showed and it went into the lines, and I don't know, I think it looked a little patchy. And I've been talking this up for 3 years now. Because I was using the number 9, and the number 9 it's a medium light, but it's closer to medium. This one is the medium light closer to the light. And I just thought this was, and it blended right into my skin, and it just did not look good. It looked a little patchy, a little dry, and my pores were showing up like polka dots. Absolutely a disappointment. So I'm gonna have to say, because it's so expensive, I'm returning this. This is not gonna work for me at all. And so I'm so sorry I pumped up this foundation before, and there it goes to show you, sometimes you can't tell. I do and still do love though this. This is the Ulta Beauty. This is the Complexion Crush Medium Coverage Foundation. This is my foundation of the year so far. And I hate to use the HG word with this, but I'm gonna have to say, I can't recall when I've been this happy with a foundation. And I know that Jen Phelps also has this, and she likes it too, and she has completely different skin than me, and she's younger than me. So this works for a multitude of complexions. Oh my goodness, it's just beautiful. A little goes a long way. It blends nicely, it stays nicely. I mean, it's just a beautiful, they did something really right there at Ulta. So just look for the crush, the word crush. Complexion Crush Medium Foundation, because they have like 12 different types of foundations at Ulta, and most of those are fails. But this, wow, whatever they did to this, and there's no scent. I mean, it ticks off all the boxes for things that I love about foundation, and it works for me and my old lady skin. Absolutely beautiful. The shade I have is light medium neutral. So they have a cool tone section, a neutral section, and a warm section of these. They must have like 30 shades in each, so definitely check this out. It's $14, I think, but it was on sale at one point for $7 or $8. So you can use your Ulta, cash to, how you get the Ulta rewards points, and you can cash them in, against purchases. So you can get, like $3 off on it, which would be nice, really nice. Ulta Beauty. I've been thinking about doing a special on Honest Beauty because I did do a special on Flower Beauty, and Honest Beauty keeps coming up because their products are like paraben free and healthy, good for you, clean makeup. Jessica Alba, I really like her. I like the whole thing. They started off, I think, doing baby wipes, and then they've expanded into other areas. So they have skincare, they have household products, shampoo, body wash, that sort of thing, and they have makeup. So I have tried, as you know, I do love their mascara that has the it has the primer on one end, and then you can unscrew the bottom and you've got the mascara. You have to make sure it fully dries before you go out in hot, humid weather. I found that the hard way. Check yourself in the mirror, girls. When you go into your car on a really hot, humid day, check yourself in the mirror to see that your mascara hasn't smeared all over the place. Oh my God. Okay. The Honest Beauty eyeshadow palette. This is the Get It Together eyeshadow palette. I know I've reviewed this in the past, but since I'm going to be doing kind of a special on Honest Beauty, I'll do a docutorial. I'm researching information now on her history. But it's got some really nice colors. You've got a nice light base, you've got a dark base that you can use with setting spray to create lines, you know, like a liquid line. It's got some pretty kind of neutral mauvey colors. It's got some browns. It's got this nice light cream color you can use as a base, which I have used as a base. I have that palette on and then I added a couple colors out of my Visearts, but I do like this palette a lot. They are a little pricey. You can find them in Target and Walgreens, but they are a little bit pricey. I also have the tinted lip balm. Summer Melon is the shade, and it's very sheer. It's a lip balm. It's got a lot of really good ingredients. Let me just show you that. And it does give you a little bit of color on the lips, but it's very subtle. And that one is only around $8. That's not bad. The eye palette and the skin stuff are around $24. So some of the stuff is a little more expensive. And they do have a nice blush, which I've tried in the past, and I have to get it again, but so I can do a full face of makeup for you with the Honest Beauty. But I do like everything I have tried from this brand so far, and it looks like it's going to be a winning combination. And I'm still enjoying the LA Colors. This is the Nude Glam. This is the blush that you can get right now at Dollar Tree. It's a subtle color. It's very, very pretty, especially on older skin. Really, really beautiful. And this shade is Sultry from LA Colors, $1.25 at Dollar Tree. I think I talked about this last month and I'm still using it. I don't just talk about something and then never use it again. I'm pretty true to my word when it comes to makeup. Like if I really don't like something, I will let you know why. I'll try to let you know why I don't like it. I'm getting better at that. I'm trying to level up a little bit. And I still am enjoying, this is the art brush holder that I'm using for my, my pens. My makeup brushes are all in here. I have them organized by type. I have my fluffy crease brushes in one section, my little teeny brushes in another section, and then I have my basic brushes for eyeshadow in another section, and they all work really well. I can see my brushes right away what I have. I can just grab it real quick. It saves me a lot of time. I just have a couple of things left. I did want to talk about this because it's a huge part of my life right now. This book is called Goodbye Things, from a guy named Fumio Sasaki. And he's a tech designer in Japan, and he wrote this book about why we collect things in our lives and how they can affect us adversely. How we use our possessions to try to impress other people when we don't really enjoy them ourselves, and how we spend a lot of our time taking care of those things, moving those things around, cleaning those things, sorting those things, organizing those things, packing those things. And I know each time I move, I have to look at my stuff with kind of a scrutinizing eye, and even then I still have lots of papers and sentimental things, and I'm now starting to digitalize my photographs. I got the 1960s done. I've got everything by decade. I'm going into the 1970s now, and I keep stopping to get, you know, the memories and things, and you know, you see pictures of your parents and stuff and they're no longer with us, and you know, it can be very sentimental. But anyway, he talks about he's a minimalist, and I will never be a minimalist, but I will cut down my stuff because I really think that I really am trying to level up as a person, and this book is really good. I'm also subscribed to The Minimal Mom, which you may enjoy. She's a very real person. She has 4 children between the ages of 7 and 12. And she's married, and she and her husband run this household in a minimalist fashion. They still live like real people, but there's not a lot of clutter and stuff in their house. And she talks about methods that she uses for that. And she mentioned this book was a big inspiration. And I like it. It's a really great concept. I'm about halfway through it now, and it's an easy read. I'm not a good reader. I think we all have shorter attention spans. I have the attention span of a toddler when it comes to reading a book, especially, you know, this is a shorter book. It's easy reading. He talks about things that I understand, and I know that it's a helpful concept. I've already gone through and taken out half of my books, you know, although I did buy this book to read it. I did get rid of a lot of my books, and you know, the next is going to be the paperwork. And as I said, I am going through all my photographs, which are boxes and boxes and boxes of photographs. I was really into photography growing up. I got my first camera when I was about 7 or 8 years old, and I had the little square pictures, you know, the 126. I took everything. I had a 110 camera, which was tiny little film. It used to make everything slightly blurry. But a lot of them are family photos and family history, so I'm going to turn them into albums and print them out and give them to the family at Christmas time. So it's quite a big project, but I'm really, you know, excited about it. I was sent this wig, and I thought I would show you the steps I take with a wig. And this is called Lemonwigs. It's an Amazon wig company, and it is a synthetic wig. It's not real human hair. And what's nice about these is that, you know, you can try them out and see if you like the idea of wearing wigs. I mean, I lost my hair in 2002. I had major surgery. As you know, I had gastric bypass surgery, and all my hair fell out in clumps by the 3rd month after my surgery, and I was devastated. So I started wearing wigs, and some of you may know me from early on in my YouTube career, right up until maybe a couple years ago. I wore all kinds of wigs in my videos, and I've sort of since kind of stopped that because my hair is kind of growing in now, and it doesn't look as bad as it did, even though it still could use some styling. It's not as bad as it used to be. But this is my real hair, and this is a lemon wig. Now this one, it's under, I think it's under $30. Human hair wigs run in the thousands because, you know, when they move, human hair wigs move as individual strands, and synthetic wigs often will move as a unit. You'll see a unit, you know, sitting up on your shoulder as a unit, and it looks unnatural. But this one I like because it's not shiny. You know, it looks like natural hair. And this particular style, I'll link it below. It is a nice webbed interior, and it's got an adjustable strap in there that you can hold it in and make it fit the right size, which is nice. Now from the package, they send you either a black or a white girl scalp cap, and that holds your hair in. And they send you a thing to tie your own hair back. So what I'm going to do is When you take it out of the package, you have to shake it. And I'll use this because you can see it better. But basically what I do, I put it right over my head, pull all my hair out. And then I put the band right here and I pull this all up, and what it does is it gets all around my hair and it makes my hair so it won't move. Now if you don't have a lot of natural hair yourself, it's good to have something like this. They also send you the little bobby pins, and you can clip it to your head and it will stay on better, because there's nothing worse than having a strong wind having your whole head move. You know, at my wedding I wore a wig and I didn't have it secured very well, and at the end of the evening people were hugging me goodbye, and this one guy came up and hugged me like this and he pulled my whole wig off with my veil. And I had to run to the ladies' room with my hand on my head running into the ladies' room. But it happens. I'm just going to brush this a little bit. This is so pretty. I'm going to cut this too so you can see. Now you can see the top of this wig is nice because it has a, can you see that? It has like a scalp to it, so it looks like there's a scalp there. And it just looks, for a synthetic wig, it looks so natural, you know? And so what I like to do is I like to look down into it. Okay, I find the very front of it and I look down into it, and I will stick my head underneath, pull this over the top, and then pull it up. What's really hard about wearing a wig, especially if you're not used to it, is suddenly you have all this hair. You have to zhuzh it a little bit and play with it a little bit. But you can see this is just straight out of the package, and you can see it's kind of dark. There's that scalp piece right there, and you can kind of, you know, you can put it behind your ears. And I pull some of my own hair down. What you can do is you can take a section from this side and pull it back, and a section from this side and pull it back, and you can put a barrette back here and clip it. So you have a slightly different style, and you can see in the back. So I'll just use a hair tie that's not too far off from my own hair shade. And again, you can put this behind your ear. So you can make different styles, you know, and you can, you know, if you want, you can kind of add in, you know, hairpiece if you're going to a wedding or something like that. I think wigs like this work particularly well with hats. So you can see that, you know, it kind of looks fairly natural. So you see, you just get used to it, and you can, you know, just play with it, and you can do things with it. You can just keep it in the back. It's really good for bad hair days. And you can just use, they send you like a nice big thing. You put that in, make a nice big ponytail in the back. And the other thing you can do is you can wear a hat. Isn't that cute? So you can do an awful lot with it just straight out of the box. Now you can cut this or take it to your hairstylist if you want to cut like bangs in it. And this is one of my other wigs, and you can see the difference here. It's how shiny this wig is compared to this, and how much more natural this one looks than this. This one's all shiny. A lot of times synthetic fibers are really shiny. So if you want to cut bangs into your wig, you can do it. But once you do it, and you start really low and work up, and then you can use thinning shears to sort of go down. You see I've added a little bit more of just sort of thinned it out a little bit so it's not quite so thick. Now your hairstylist should do this for you when you get a wig. You should take it to your hairstylist and have him or her do that, but you can do this. And see, I thinned out the bangs a lot so I could control them a little bit. So this is Lemonwigs, and I have this wig listed below. It's under $30, and you know, if you've got a hat on, nobody's gonna know that this is a wig. It's a lot of fun. This is the blonde with a dark roots shade, and again you've got that scalp there, so it looks like you've got real hair. Got my little Pharrell hat going on here. Let's see, we got another hat. You know, summertime, whatever. So if you have hair loss, if you have a bad hair day, I mean, you can just exchange this for your hair. And you can wrap it around your ears, and it can look very, very natural. I mean, it's just an amazing, very nice, inexpensive wig. Now, to care for this, I use wig shampoo. Now this is not hair, it's fibers, just like clothing. So you really want to use something that's made especial for synthetic fiber hair pieces. And this, what I do is I soak my wig in cold water, and I add some of this in, and I zhuzh it around just a little bit and let it set there for about 5 minutes or so. And then I drain the water, and then I fill it with clean water, and I just rinse this. I zhuzh it around to rinse out any excess soap, and then I hang it to dry on over the shower rack. If you have one of those stands that a wig stand, that's a great place because it'll keep its shape while it's drying. I wash my wigs after every 3 or 4 wearings. In the summertime, if you're sweating a lot, this absorbs that, so you're going to want to keep it clean, and you don't want to mess with it too much. You don't want to use any detergents on it. Now they do make special hairsprays for wigs, so if you get it into a position, you can spray it with this non-alcoholic hairspray and hold it for a second, and it should stay in there. You can train the wig to be whatever shape that you want, and I just think that it's a wonderful world, and if it's sort of natural looking hair, then it's just a great accessory. I think of it as an accessory, just like my earrings. or rings or necklaces or anything. My hair is an accessory, and I feel totally confident going out in public with a wig like this on. So I think the hair piece from Lemonwigs here looks so natural. I mean, look at this. It's just beautiful. It looks like real hair. Yeah. So you take care of it. It'll last you for quite a while. And it's so inexpensive. I mean, when you go to get your hair cut in real life, you spend what, 80 bucks? You know, you have everything, the cut, and if you get it colored, it's even more. It's like 120 if you want to get some nice color in there. Isn't it nice? You can just kind of grow your hair out a little bit, and while you're growing it out, you can put something like this on, and it looks fabulous. So, so this is Lemonwigs, and they're on Amazon, and I think I do have a code there for it. So if you click on my link, I think you get a little bit of a discount on there. So isn't that cool? Now they did send that to me. They sent this to me quite a while ago, and I actually have not talked about it. I think they kind of wanted me to do this by the Amazon Prime Day. But anyway, this is Lemonwigs, and that, my dears, puts us at the end of this month's Faves and Flops. I hope you're all having a wonderful week. I'm going to be back at you pretty soon, within a few days, with my Spillin' the Tea video. I'm going to talk about all the mistakes I have made on YouTube, and it may help you with your channel. I don't know. We'll see. It'll be interesting for you anyway. Okay, so you have a wonderful week. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Toodles.